flag. You're just not going to do it. But what you can do is limit the amount of touches that he gets and his effect by getting his teammates involved.
And it is Flag who guards Nelson on the other end as well. Sears into the action with Omoruyi. Kick it. Ball movement. Good this time down. Nelson leaves it up top. Ooh, nice finish. Cliff Omoruyi.
Can BYU find a way to see the ball right here?
Catching's not free. Comes up short again. Early shot. Sears. 5 made threes. Drops it off. And a throw down by Omoruyi. Alabama. We got 5 offensive boards. Demon misses a 3. And Nelson able to save it. Demon's 0 for 3 from 3-point range. Sears slips it right to Nelson up top. Wow, what a play. Omoruyi with the flow.
They're struggling to score.
Marciulionis into the paint. Misses badly.
And switched to his left hand. I don't think he had to. The defender fell back. Upstairs.
Alabama!
Yes! Threw Omoruyi off. He was getting ready to go up, but that shot went up so quickly it threw the defender off.
Remember, it was Ross who keyed their second half run the other night in the first round against Vanderbilt. There is Omoruyi. Finish, and then it's Barrett underneath.
Yeah, I think Saxon is looking for the defenders too much instead of looking for the rim. Don't worry about if they're going to block it, they're going to block it. But you have to throw those shoulders at the tin to make things happen.
Half dozen for Barrett as the Gales have scored now on 3 straight trips. Omoruyi. He said Sharunas can't pick them up at the airport. He had his 1-year-old in the back of the car. No seatbelt. Sharunas ripping around the streets. That little boy turned out to be Augustus. And who would have thought all these years later? My goodness! Starting to catch fire for the Gales.
Just like the other night, remember when he had 4 fouls at about the 7-minute mark or so, he really started to take over. That might have been a step.
What a setup, Sears! And Chad Barlow. And the madness has begun here in Cleveland. Alabama and Robert Morris in the first of 4.
Length, strength, and quickness as they go upstairs.
And the Crimson from John to start the game that Grant Nelson is indeed available to play, coming back from that knee injury. Fight for the rebound. Youngblood, what a pass! Omoruyi. Prather.
Yeah, you always have to look for the secondary guy in there, Omoruyi.
Dickerson, good look, couldn't hit. And Diabate controls up the floor to Holloway. 24-16. This vaunted Alabama offense looking for more points.
See how they use the dribble. Nice cut there and nice look.
Flick, and he gets it.
Yeah, well, that was even with Omoruyi hanging around there. He saw him, he looked at him, and he went a little bit away from him.
DJ Smith, the Bowling Green transfer. Fylon, beautiful lob. Boy, they are picking them apart.
The first 6 minutes of this game. So they basically laid back and kept their hands back defensively.
Inbounder is Fylon. Look out, Omoruyi!
Because his teammate didn't have a whole lot of time to help him from that one because he set it about the top of the three-point area defensively.
Omoruyi!
Often for the foul.
Just wonder how Robert Morris, their coaching staff, can adjust. Obviously, Alabama, all their defensive focus has been on Cam Woods. Can the Colonials get him going at some point?
Yeah, I think as long as he gets somebody else on the floor going. Watch this.
Omoruyi! One of them came in the first 4 in 2015, and then in 1983, the opening round before the expansion of the tournament. Jim, I'm not sure how many people in the country thought that the Colonials could hang with Alabama, yet here we are, 20 minutes in. Sears up top, and Omoruyi
to tie it at 25. Bob Charr with a little handoff, then came back to the ball and got a screen from Condon. Beautiful. And misses the free throw. I was going to say about Klobuchar, and you and I have seen him a couple of times when this happened. Got a chance to play and came in and started knocking down shots. Kind of just forced his way into the rotation. They had some injury. This game, Micah Handlockton, who had that gruesome injury in this building a year ago. He's played 9 minutes. He's got 9 rebounds. Yep. He's been great. Omoruyi
and Alabama. Spot in the semifinals. Controlled by Baton, the Baron Phylon, the phenomenal freshman, will handle the rock. Travis Perry gets the start for Kentucky tonight. They have an alley-oop set. Carlos there. They threw it over his head. Free throw shooting has improved as the season has gone along.
There's a lot on Travis Perry to stay in front of Phylon in this game. Can he do it?
They seem to have figured out a way to years on Noah.
He is so physical as a box-off guy and a screener. Sears.
Yeah, Youngblood quick three. Noah Omoruyi has done the long arm glass. As Phylon floats one, no good. There's an offensive rebound, and Omoruyi gets it to go.
5 or 80, much as he gets fouled.
Denver Jones step back three, in and out. First lead Auburn's had since it was 2-0. Phylon doing a lot of dribbling and then double team.
Too much dribbling. Gotta move the ball movement.
Nelson slips again, right in the same spot he fell on.
Good offenses have player and ball movement.
Omoruyi, difficult shot. Boy, he can handle that. Sears sees the alley-oop. Wow, what vision to him. Guy sticking his right hand up to say, I'm behind the defense. Let's see if they can get Sears going. Beneford tries to cut off that left-hand dribble. Omoruyi again. Oh my God, with the left edge of that.
Jimmy, I don't think they have a shot for a number 1 seed unless they would have won the SEC championship, which they're capable of doing.
Well, right now they're the 6th overall seed, so they just got to move up 2 spots. I think it's there, but this game is huge, Coach.
Duke and Houston is a lock. They're locks, and so is Florida. I think Florida's a lock.
Sears, a nice move, and here comes Diabate, who finds the dunker, Omoruyi. Baron Phylon, a floater of his own. That's Omoruyi. And they have shut off Sears. Nelson, that's blocked by Broom, but it ends up with the dunker.
To be either Cooper Flagg of Duke or Chani Broom of Auburn.
Well, Clayton way off, tried to bank that in and missed everything. Hit the board and landed on the other side of the rim. Sears pulls it out. Nelson thought about it, hesitates, now drives, attacks, good feed underneath, and the basket by, got his own miss. Clayton 4-3. Well, that would have been huge had that gone down. Would have been a 4-point possession.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that drives Nate Oates nuts, is giving up an offensive.
The last Elite Eight was 2017. Last Final Four was 2014. Of course, won the national championships under Billy Donovan 2006, 2007. 1 minute to go. Got to have it possession here for Mark Sears in Alabama. Sears trying to lob it up, and he did.
Not a guy that's going to drive it and finish at the rim, but he's going to drive that ball man to that elbow. He is money on both sides.
Yeah, he really is a driver, Jimmy, no doubt about it. His dad was a great player for North Carolina State. Herb Senden, who I think got a raw deal there when he got fired. Now at Santa Clara.
Crowd wanted to walk on Omoruyi. He didn't get it. Now Sears with 5. He goes to his left again, finds Omoruyi again, and he gets 2. That I am the best point guard in the country.
Got it.
Oh,
man, it was there.
Yeah, bad angle right there for that shot.
It was there.
You were right. It was there. I like that. It was there, Colorado.
Sears, pretty pass.
And so was that. I go right at Josh Hubbard. 2 or 3 possessions.
What they do is go right to his zone, and that left them.
They fight themselves on giving rest and being more prepared. And you got to err on the side of being rest right now.
Well, Jan said that about himself on the alley-oop with a pass. Sears to a.
And Steven Anderson had a pretty good look at it, just swing and a miss.
I like the couple of baseball references you made tonight. Really been very strong, Jimmy, with the baseball stuff. Omoruyi is so strong.
Yeah, that's strong.
Season. And that's only because so many are in the top 25. You have way more opportunities than you've ever had.
Coach of the year.
Sears just waiting and finding Holloway, and it was in and out. Great job, Omoruyi again.
And Auburn I'm not sure they're the best team right now. I think it's Florida. But, man, the 3 or 4 that are top of this league are legitimate national champion contenders.
There you go. A little exclamation point from Omoruyi.
Searching for his shot and having himself a day as he banks in a 3.
If you're not going to come up on that screen, he's going to keep shooting it. He's hit 3 buckets off that action.
Omoruyi. Bruce Pearl has an assistant. Room wide open.
That's clearly a shot they don't mind him taking. Good pass.
And the reverse.
And here's the run stopper, Janai Broome.
The fadeaway. Short. Pylon being chased down by Kelly. That's going to go.
1-on-1. Throws it up and in. And a 5-0 run for the Longhorns. Get him back within 7.
And again, we're having those Alabama turnovers as we watch keeping Texas in this game.
They got 9 of them. Pylon. Pretty play. You saw his man.
The paint starts everything for Arkansas.
And a turnover for the Razorbacks. John Calipari insisted to his team at shoot-around today that if we move the ball enough, they can't guard us. Sears through traffic. Dumps it off. And a jam. Not a good shot. Push ahead to Knox. Intercepted by Pylon. Now Pylon working on Brazil. Omoruyi with the hammer. On somebody fumbled it. Wagner. No good. And a loose ball. Diving on the floor is Richmond. Bama comes out of there with it. Omoruyi flushes.
It also speaks to how weak some of the other leagues are right now, which has opened the door for a team like Arkansas at 14-8, 3-6. to still be right there on the cusp tonight in early February.
ACC probably a 3-bid league. Obviously a huge win for Clemson today. That's Omoruyi.
Been playing top-tier opponents, and obviously a lot of teams would have lost these games. But this is a Georgia team that's trending in the right direction as far as the program is concerned. And last year, as Clifford Omoruyi makes a reverse lay.
Newell a 3. Well, certainly Georgia will still have plenty of opportunities to pick up quality wins. And they're going to count the bucket.
As Alabama runs not only for the layups, they run to the three-point line.
Nelson, no. There's that offensive rebound from Omoruyi.
Offensive score.
BB. Look at the speedy. Josh Hubbard. He's got 8 now.
Well, he's an elite level scorer. When he can get it going, he can do it in bunches.
After you hit those first 2 threes, you got to respect that jumper outside. Turning the corner, and a nice move. Sears looking to push it. One of the things Chris Jan said, he wanted to stop the transition points. In this second half, they've made Alabama work in the half-court set. But Sears making a look.
The SEC, against SEC teams, they've turned it over more than 15 times a game, and he says there's 4 or 5 a game where they just kind of kick it out of bounds, just random things.
Lack of focus, and you've got to really value the ball in this game.
Youngblood alley-oop, and that is how you do it, folks.
5 times in a row, but there, Omoruyi, nice little handoff to the shooter. Ooh, big fella. 4 different guys that he's seen defend him.
Alley-oop, Omoruyi off the Young. Holloway, floater, no good. Omoruyi with a big rebound and a putback. Here, Edwards with a little hesitation. Edwards couldn't lay it in. Here's Mark Sears, All-American, lobs it up. With the throwdown. Harry would not be denied that time.
And that's an example of the multiple rebounds on each possession. That's the activity of Carey and the physicality of pushing his man up under the boards and getting the tip in.
Lob it up, Omoruyi.
Here at Rupp Arena, Big Blue Nation is fired up for this one, and so are we. It'll be the Crimson Tide with the first possession of the afternoon. Lamont Butler
guarding Mark Sears. That's a huge matchup in this game.
And right over the top for a lob, and what a way to start. Here we had a couple of weeks ago, 106-100. This one has a similar feel to it. Oh, what a slam by Omoruyi. Alabama foul was on Diabate, not Sherrill. The second on Diabate. He's gone. Omoruyi finds Philo.
Great job by Kentucky guarding that early action out of bounds.
And another slam for Omoruyi. Butler the drive. Garrison misses the three. Boy, it is a battle for every rebound. Diabate wins this one. Going all the way. Floats it up and tipped in. Beautifully by Omoruyi. Lost it. Almanor in the corner. Too strong on the three.
Great challenge by Jaren Stevenson. Just a flyby. Just enough pressure to disrupt that shot.
Sears and the slam by Omoruyi.
Nice flush on the feed from Padula. That ends a drought of 2.5 minutes for Ole Miss. Malik Diaz got half of Ole Miss's points tonight. Sears with the shake, and now a mismatch with Diaz.
They switch a lot, so you got to see if you can switch into an opportunistic matchup.
Omoruyi from point-blank range, and that's exactly.
And number 2 for Phelps. You can't hit that either. So this is a little ugly out of the gate between two really good basketball teams tonight.
But this tempo, this pace favors the Aggies. They want to slow it down. They don't want to allow they definitely don't want to allow those.
The guard will spin, flip it up there, and couldn't get it up, but it is going to be returned up and in.
Put your defender at a bad position if you're Alabama.
Well, good work underneath from Colin Murray. Bulls just can't get the basket.
Yeah, but that'll be there for him as long as he continues to play that way. Got to be able to finish that, though.
Omoruyi inside, nice pass from Nelson. Right.
Oh, yes, that's a body bump. You got a shoulder. My shoulders are even with you. I'm scoring, Dave. It's a guarantee.
Sears working against Jacoby Wright. Inside, boy, nice pass to Clifford Omoruyi.
Oh, that beautiful. Colin Murray Bulls, he's got to be force-fed. He brings a lot of attention, a lot of eyes on him. You can get opportunities like that with a backdoor cut. Beautiful pass, beautiful setup. Now get a stop.
Sears. 4:40 to go here in the first half. Sears to the logo. Omoruyi. Doesn't look like the eyes bothering him too much.
They have eyes on him. You just have to make the right decision. Here comes that crowd, Dave, that we just spoke about.
3.5 to go. Little alley-oop. Oh, Omoruyi. Philon off to Nelson. Air ball from Reed. Nice roll. Good effort from Omoruyi.
If they find a shooter, they can knock it down.
Inside. Godwin is rejected by Stevenson. Good transition D by Oklahoma. This is what Oklahoma wants. They want to force Alabama to run their half-court offense. No transition. But that half-court set worked. Miles gets into the lane, has to throw it high off the window. Fighting underneath is Godwin, but it's Alabama with the board. Nelson throws it up top. And that's Clifford.
Oklahoma showing a little bit of three-quarter pressure to slow down the transition offense of Alabama.
Philon gives it back to Omoruyi, who throws it down. Ellis has done a nice job penetrating. No-look pass, but Godwin can't finish. Sears, he is so tough with the ball, gives it up. Omoruyi, and he has been active early. And the elbow jumper goes. That's now 3 in a row for Fears.
And you see the ability of the strength that he has. He's playing against a strong guard, but able to create that separation with just a little nudge.
Philon, and a two-handed slam.
Shot, but Philon just not able to knock it down.
Seiler misfires there.
South Dakota State has come out in halftime and made some adjustments.
Nelson, Omoruyi, bangs home.
Good big action.
Offensive production in the absence of Safford. A little too high on the alley-oop pass. Third effort is good, though. Be the hang-around team. That's exactly what they've been doing. Even with the shots not falling, they're still hanging around. Alabama having a hard time keeping Hornbeak off the offensive glass. There's a high percentage shot. Guarding your yard. Very few. Jimmy Dykes, I hope you're listening. I just stole one of your lines. You'll pay the residual at the end of the day. The invoice will be sent.
Only 1 for 4. This is a Creighton bench that gave him 33, a season high in the game against UNLV. But not only are they thinner, but they're also younger. With more freshmen seeing the floor, Sears gets by and dumps it off to the throws it in. He's got a half dozen.
What a great design play out of the timeout by Coach McDermott.
Reed downhill and then dumps it off. Omoruyi's ball, and eventually Grant Nelson picks it up.
That's what every year he does. He leads his team in block shots, led Rutgers in block shots before he transferred. Just that silent rim defender that went up vertical.
Good feed inside of the throw.
We talked about the fact that Elliott Cadeau, Seth Trimble, and R.J. Davis combined for over half of the team's points. As of right now, they're 6 of 26 from the field.
Sears with the feed.
It's just, Michigan State had 50 points in the paint, and there was no answer for it. And as you're seeing here, just offensive rebound after offensive rebound. It's just their ability to have a playmaker that makes the game easy for everybody else. And what I've seen with Cooper Flagg and Kyle Knipple, they get involved in ball screens. But I don't think you can do that consistently. I think
for the game, and just admired how in those games they just kept plugging away, kept defending.
Sears needs help. Holloway trying to get across the timeline, just does. And now Nelson leaves it up top. Fish by Nelson. Here's Angel. And in there battling for the board. Biddle puts it back, no good. Missed opportunity there for Oregon. Omoruyi wants another one up top, and there he goes. All right, so back at play here. Certainly going to be on the minds of Alabama fans. And looking up top.
Here and see if he can make the adjustment, because certainly they're going to need him.
Rutgers has played 6 games. Harper has scored at least 20 points in 5 of them. And a career high 36 last night. Stevenson back on the floor. And here goes Sears. Omoruyi. And that was touched by
Durkat trying to guard against Nelson, giving up a lot of height.
And Nelson missed it, but the follow jam. Holloway turned it over, trying to slip a pass. And now Sears goes to the basket and cannot finish. There is Omoruyi, and Omoruyi gets it to go. In Alabama's last matchup, the Crimson Tide slowed in that game, but Sears has been in a drought. That one go.
Omoruyi. Sears' first shot attempt is off the back of the rim. Came 11 minutes into the half. Omoruyi got it. If you give up offensive push in the final 90 seconds, Yakachonis. Nope. Into Filon's hands. No look. Good up. He's got 17 to face Illinois. 11-point deficit. A reach in and no whistle.
And the confidence that Holloway and Filon have played with in the second half. It has increased every 4-minute segment, it feels like to me.
Holloway 18 points on 7 of 10 shooting, including 3 of 4 from 3. Another flush.
Dalton ran against Nelson. Well, they're letting those guys play. Really physical inside.
Nate Oates said they didn't play fast enough in the win Monday night. Wants more possessions, more threes.
McNeese did a good job with that press. It slowed them down. They switched everything. McNeese, one of those teams that they're tough off the bounce, but defensively did a good job.
That's why he's missed. Sears has been quiet. Omoruyi's second dunk of the night.
And that's the gravity. Move. Sears, quick crossover. Sears misses. Omoruyi hammers it down.
Terrence Ford attacking the paint, trying to hand it off to Marshall, but right there, the Crimson Tide. Reitzel, Clifford!
50 call that probably could go either way, but nonetheless, going to Alabama.
Reed to Clifford!
Beautiful design play.
Pat Adams gives the basketball to Latrell Reitzel Jr., and we're underway in the second half. Alabama with the opening possession, leading by 3.
3 guards in this lineup alongside with Nelson and Omoruyi. There's a lot of versatile things you can do with this group.
Nelson beating Omoruyi. That's a great start to the
time there by Kobe, Julian, Marshall, catching that and throwing down the hammer.
Sears to Phylon with the fake. To Omoruyi, and Clifford with the first 4 for Alabama.
Within striking distance, you might be able to come away with the steal.
Jaron Stevenson on the floor with 4 fouls. Phylon finds Clifford.
Nothing, very few shots from the elbow or the free throw line. And there's one of those layups. Boy, that is Clifford.
Play multiple positions and be a bigger rim protector.
Another second chance.
Off to a really good start here in his Alabama career.
6'4", 177. Has the basketball in his hands here. Up ahead to Aiden Holloway. Alley-oop! Tough jumper off the hands of Fletcher Abey, who's had a tough time getting it going tonight. Abey just 1 point. He's now 0 for 6 from the field. On inside, and Omoruyi. They've done that a couple of times.
It was not a major difference for Alabama and a physical veteran team with Grand Canyon. They were able to get out of that second round and move forward.
There's Nelson. Still working his way back into game shape after missing a bunch of practice time. Gets the assist there as he lays it off. In and out, no good. That rebound to Clifford Omoruyi. Sears back the other way. Lays it up above.